Okay, here we go again. I'm just looking at YouTube. It looks like we've got a picture now. Just got my notification on my phone as well. So we should be live. We should be running good. Right. As per usual, let me just send a very quick message on Telegram and let people know that we are live. So hopefully more people are going to join. I'm just gonna get a couple of links here to send them over in the free Telegram channel. And again, if this is your first time stumbling on upon this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell. I'm doing live sessions every week, a few times per week. And we also have a free Telegram channel where every now and then I may send a potential trading setup. Again, completely for free, so you have nothing to lose. Check out the links below the video if you're not watching this live, or if you are watching live, then again, just below that stream, you're gonna find the links. You can also visit our website trendlineforex.com and find even more trading related content. We've got blog articles, we've got a free beginners course. So if you're just starting out, then this is definitely something that you're gonna find helpful. All right, it's a full blown course on trading the forex market, all the basics, everything you need to know before you start trading. All right, so it's probably the best first step that you can take towards becoming a profitable trader. Right, so let me go on Telegram. Here we go. Gonna get that link, and I'm also gonna send a message on Twitter, and we're good to go. We're gonna check out again a few instruments right here. Looks like we did have some movement since yesterday's session, so I guess there is something to talk about, right? Let me. Okay, so let me do that. We're gonna go over to X. Okay. I will be expecting your comments in the comment section. Let me know if you're taking any trades, if you currently have any trades running. Um, if you wish, you can send them over to me via DM. Send me a screenshot so we can check them out on the stream. And maybe I can give you some insights. Okay. Okay. All messages sent. Now people should be notified that we are live. Hello from Myanmar. Hi there. How is it going? Asia. We got people from Asia. That's awesome. Right. Okay, so what do we have? Um, so yesterday was kind of bullish. Now it's very important to note that we have NFP tomorrow. So if you don't have a good setup, a really good one today, just don't take the trade. Okay? It's always better to actually wait for the right setup. And considering that we've got NFP tomorrow, that means we may have a slow market until then. And that also means that it's probably best to stay away if the setup isn't really good. Okay? However, it doesn't mean do not take a trade whatever happens, right? Because if you have a really good setup, why not take that trade? You have a trading plan, you have a trading strategy, you see everything aligning on the chart, you have an analysis, your analysis looks, it's proving to be right. You have a setup, you have a de-entry signal that you're looking for, you have a positive expectancy of that setup playing out in your favor. Most of the times you take it, so why not take the trade, right? And that's how you should proceed. If you're still uncertain about something, but the setup is there, then just enter with a smaller lot size because you want to be taking those setups, right? All right, so pound dollar, euro dollar, I'm expecting to see a continuation to the upside. Now it looks like we're currently pushing down. The session had just started, London session, so we'll see how it goes. Remember what we talked about yesterday? We talked about this area right here, okay? So let's see whether we're going to drop down there and what's going to happen once we tap into that area. We then have pound dollar. Um, I'm looking at the daily time frame. It looks we're still bullish, and it also looks like we've got enough momentum to continue higher. All right, so very quick recovery from down here. Managed to make over 200 pips in a couple of days time. So we did react to this previous daily high. So if you look at the 1 hour time frame, it is looking pretty decent, and I actually think we're going to see a continuation higher. But how far down are we going to go before we go back to the upside? That's the question. All right, now I've got a long bias, so I'm just going to say that, which means I'm going to be looking for long setups. And I'm not going to be expecting for price action to move the same way it's moving on gold, because okay, it looks like we do have a pullback here on gold as well, so that's fine. Now we've taken out this previous structure just now, but let's see if we're gonna go any lower. And that's exactly what happened last time here. Let me get my pen very quick so I can write on my screen. Hopefully I can explain things a little bit better to make it more clear for you. So what do we have on gold? 15-minute time frame, we created structure right here, came back for the retest, took out those previous lows, and then we shot up. What do we have now? Looks like we created a structure again. We've got the pullback. It looks like we're taking out those previous lows. So are we going to get a reversal right here? And if we do, are we going to enter the trade? Okay. So my job is not to give you trading signals. I don't want to do that because obviously I would be happy for most of you to learn how to trade independently, right? So we're not talking about trading signals here. I'm just showing you what kind of setups I'm looking for. And it looks like this setup that is currently forming up on gold, we did have this one playing out very, very nicely before, just a couple of days ago, right? And since then, we could have managed to make some really nice profit, okay, because we did have that confirmation, and it was also on the 38.2 level. So do we have the same setup now? It looks like so far so good. I'm going to be looking for potential reversal to the upside. All right, so long bias on euro dollar, on pound dollar. Just want to see price coming a little bit lower, ideally at least taking out this previous low right here on GU. Okay, so for the EU, that means tapping into this area. We then have gold. right, which is still pushing down, and that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to place a horizontal level right here. Now if we look at the 1 hour time frame, I mean, I don't have a good decent structure to work with to basically look for entries on the 1 to 4 hour chart, but if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, it is looking good. All right, so, and to be honest, I don't see the market slowing down at all. Those kind of pullbacks, that's absolutely fine. We kind of need those in order for this strong uptrend to continue. Okay, so to me, a pullback only means a good thing about the trend. Anyways, what happened with euro yen and pound yen? Well, yesterday I was expecting that right here we're about to see a continuation to the upside. Well, that didn't happen. That didn't play out very well, and that's because if you look at dollar yen, you're gonna see the same thing, a big drop in price. So that's why this is what we see here on pound yen. But just because we traded a little bit lower than this previous low doesn't mean I'm going to be switching my bias and looking for selling opportunities. All right. In fact, I'm still going to be looking to go long if I get a confirmation for a trade. So I'm going to extend that line. This is GJ. So we're going to have a look at euro yen. Very similar price action, obviously. Okay, so we've just tested this previous low. Let's see what's going to happen. But even if we drop slightly lower, I'm still going to be looking for a potential reversal. Not sure if this is going to happen, but that's what I'm going to be observing for. And you guys let me know, are there any setups of those that I'm looking at? Do you currently have any trades or any setups forming up? Or could be looking at the same setups? I do not know, but I would love to know. So drop a comment in the chat box. Let me know. What do you think about euro dollar, pound dollar? What do you think about gold? Most of the people out there are trading gold. And if you are trading the yen cross pairs, then are you potentially looking for long trades or short trades on pound yen and euro yen? But yeah, with that NFP tomorrow, we may see the market just trading sideways, really. Yep. And again, very similar setup that we have here on pound dollar right now. So what did we have before? We had an impulse to the upside, price testing the same structure a couple of times, and then it went back to the upside. Um, and so what do we have now? Again, we have the same thing. We have an impulse to the upside, all right? We're about to have a second test of that same level. And that level, to be more specific with you, that's 1.25 24 64 63. All right, so we're about to tap into that level again. Now I do like pound dollar. That's probably the instrument that I trade the most. Okay, so something else to pay attention to, and I've mentioned this multiple times, even in those live sessions. For those of you, if there are people currently watching and you've watched my previous sessions, you will know what I'm talking about. But we have a strong bullish impulse and then slow price action. We have another strong bullish impulse and we now have a pullback. But again, look at the manner in which manner the price is moving towards the downside. All right, we've got kind of a slow price action. We don't have those big momentums that we have in the opposite direction. So that makes me think there is not that much selling pressure, but there is more buying pressure. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen. Now we're taking out this previous low, which is totally fine because that's even better. Because if we manage to get a reversal below this structure and we have a confirmed reversal, a good entry signal, then this is going to give us a good entry signal, right? It's going to kind of confirm that we're about to go back to the upside. However, since we've got high impact news tomorrow, I believe the bigger moves will happen tomorrow. And the question is, are we going to get any type of price action or confirmation until then? Because if we don't, then we're just not entering a trade. You see, even if you're not right with your analysis, as long as you don't lose money, that's absolutely fine. And sometimes winning in trading is actually not being tricked by the market to think in a certain way. Because right now, I am pretty confident that we're going to see price going back to the upside eventually. All right, could be after the news tomorrow. But I don't want to be stubborn and look for entries just because I think this is what's going to happen, right? Because for now, the market is showing me the opposite. It's showing me that it's moving to the downside. Voice volume is decreased. You can't hear me well. Is that the case? I can turn up my mic a little bit. I'm just not sure whether it's going to be any better. Let me just... hopefully that's better now. Let me try and see whether you can hear me well. I think it should be fine. I just turned up the mic a little bit more. Let me know if that's okay. Or maybe double check your speakers as well. Yeah, it could be my fault. So far, I do like what I see on pound dollar. Euro dollar also approaching the area. All right, test mic test. All right, test mic test. I think this. All right, test mic test. I think the sound should be fine. Okay, let me try something else. Hmm. Well, hopefully that's better now. I'm just playing the stream on I did check on my phone and on my computer as well, and I can actually hear very well. So I'm not sure whether the problem is on my side in this case. Right, so let's see what's going on with gold. Okay, still waiting for a potential reversal anywhere around this area. Could be at current price levels. We could see price slightly lower and then eventually going back to the upside. Um, so we'll see how it goes. But there's definitely a potential setup forming up here on gold. Just like we have one on euro dollar, on pound dollar, potentially euro yen and pound yen as well. You see the first signal for price reversing would be to see a break of structure. Now the first break of structure would be this one. But to be even more confident with taking a long trade here, I would like to see price breaking above this structure, just because that's a stronger, obviously a stronger structure, right? We have previous lows. At the same time, price has been tested from the downside, from beneath. So if we now see spike through that area, we can then potentially look for break and retest patterns. Okay. So again, a first signal would be this structure, but a confirmation, I would say, would be the one above it. So I'm going to be observing price action for more. This is probably not going to happen in the first 1 hour of today's session, but it's something to look out for the rest of the day. Let me place a quick Fibonacci just to see where we currently are. So there's still a bit more room to the downside for potential retest of 1.2450, or basically the 61.8 level. We also have previous structure right here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 confluences. 1.2450 is a good level. So we've got a few reasons to believe that price may push even a little bit lower before a potential reversal. So ideally, this is what I want to see if the market will be going back to the upside. It's a strong level down here. So let me just place horizontal level. I'm going to delete that fib so we have a clean chart. And let's see how it goes. Okay, so 1.2445 is a good level of interest for me in this particular case here on pound dollar. Euro dollar, we've got kind of a wider area. 1.0365 down to around 1.0350. So about 15 pips of a move right here, where we could potentially look for possible reversals. This is what we have here on pound dollar and euro dollar. When it comes to gold, it is still pushing down, but that's fine. And also euro yen and pound yen, we definitely need more movement here to decide whether we're going to continue to the downside for now, or are we actually going to see a reversal after a retest of the previous lows? It's quite a strong area. So we've got a reaction here, we've got some reaction here, and we're currently testing that same area again. Okay. Right, testing this previous area here on euro dollar. I still think there's going to be another push within this area. By the way, I've got CNBC running in the background, so I'm not sure this is what could ruin the sound on my stream. Let me just lower the volume on my TV. Let me know if that's better. Okay. Bank of England's interest rate decision later today, which is 2 p.m. my local time. That means 12 o'clock, basically lunchtime in London. So do we actually want to have any trades on the pound? It's going to be quite risky. .5% is what we expect, down from 4.75. Okay, so we're gonna have some movement on the pound pairs later on today. Pound yen doesn't give us anything right now, but pound dollar is looking good. All right, I want to see more rejection here on gold. Definitely want to see more rejection on gold. Alright, so we've got some bearish movement in the beginning of the session. Been about half an hour already, and we've been pushing down. Kind of pretty decent reaction from up here. Yeah, I guess there are many people who managed to get into a sell position up here. That's fine. Um, but I personally didn't enter. I had a long bias back then as well. Okay. Okay, so we're already trading within this point of interest area right here on euro dollar. It's all patience. That's the name of the game. You know, there are traders who, when it comes to technical analysis, they're really good, but then patience and execution of trades and like holding positions to, you know, full TP and not exiting trades early and stuff like that. This is what ruins their trading results. So it really doesn't matter how good of a technical analysis you are. If you cannot control your emotions, you're gonna lose in that game long term. So that's how important experience in trading is. Right, let's check out the 30-minute candles. Some bearish momentum here on the majors. Same thing on gold. Um, And it looks like we've got the same thing pretty much here on the yen cross pairs as well. I'm not going to be looking for selling opportunities, so I definitely need to see some sort of a reversal here. This is what we talked about in the premium channel earlier today, because we went through, each one of those instruments like we normally do. And when it comes to higher time frames, to me it still looks like there may be another one of those impulses right here. So even though we are currently in a pullback, I still don't think that this is going to be the reversal. So let's wait until, when it comes to higher time frames, let's see what's going to happen after NFP tomorrow, how the market is going to react to that, how we're going to end off the week, and next week we're going to have more clarity, as to in which direction the market will be moving. But if you look at the daily time frame, there's still more room. Okay, so let's say if we take out this previous high right here on the daily chart, then we're going to be able to see a stronger downside momentum because there's plenty of orders sitting up here. So if the market takes them out, that will be enough to gather more downside momentum right here. And this is pretty much what makes me think we're going to see that additional upside move here, eventually the one that I'm looking for. And I'm gonna, take advantage if that happens. If the market confirms a reversal around current price levels, that would be ideal. And I don't have any problems with, waiting some extra time. I would much rather miss a trading opportunity than have a losing position. Okay, because in one case you don't lose money, in the other case you actually lose money. So it's always better to stay and wait for the right setup. It looks like we're currently reacting in those areas. Of course, this is not enough to say that we have a reversal, but we want to see whether we're going to have a strong reaction. If we don't, then that probably means we're going to continue lower. So this is kind of what we're looking for here. And God, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, those are the candles that I'm talking about. The stronger that candle ends up being, the better. But you know, because right now we've got A, B, C. So let's see. What did I say? A, B, C. I mean, we've got A, B, C, and D. So we kind of have that reversal to the downside, but if you are expecting for price to continue higher, then this is just a pullback, right? And I definitely do not want to be looking for selling opportunities in this type of market here. And at the same time, I do not want to rush my entries. Because entering right now a long trade with a stop loss down here, this is obviously very, very risky. Because you're basically hoping for the market to actually reverse. You haven't actually seen a decent confirmation. Still nothing on the yen cross pairs. Yeah, so pound dollar is pretty much off my potential entries for today, just because we've got interest rate decision coming out later. Now gold is the only instrument that's currently showing us some strength. It's again very similar setup to the one that we have right here. What's going on with dollar yen? Doesn't look like we have a lot of bullish momentum here. It's not too late, but this isn't very convincing at all if I'm going to be looking for an upside move. But at the same time, I really want to see dollar yen reacting around those levels. And we do have a reaction, it's just not enough for us to say that we may be looking for a continuation to the upside. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. It looks like we don't have enough volume or enough momentum, bullish momentum at the moment. This could change, but from what I see so far, that probably means we're most likely not going to see that reversal here either on the yen cross pairs. So that only leaves us pretty much with euro dollar and maybe gold, depending on how this situation is going to develop. What do we have on the 1 hour time frame? Looks like we have a big indecision candle with a nice rejection, but we still have about 15 minutes till that candle closes. So, potentially after that, we may see a move toward the upside. Taking a buy entry on gold right now. Okay. As long as that's what your trading plan tells you, that's fine. Now, the good thing is, if price continues to the upside, you're probably going to have the best entry. If you manage to get an entry right here, well, I don't know where you're going to place your stop loss, but if you're going for an aggressive one, then your stop loss is probably going to be down below this most recent low, right? Now, even if price only retests this previous high, you're still going to be in profit. But for me personally, that's a bit more risky than I would like it to be. So that's why I'm waiting for a little bit more price action here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, ideally we want to see another push here on gold. If price comes up here, closing above this previous structure, that would be really nice, because then I can wait for kind of a break and retest pattern. But like I said, I definitely need to see more price action here, more bullish momentum, because that's only the 5 minute time frame. It doesn't really tell us much. It is giving us what we need to see so far, considering that we've just taken out previous structure right here. Okay, so in fact I'm gonna do this because this is where those consecutive lows are. So we've got a pretty decent setup here with price taking out that previous structure if you look to the left. So I would be expecting to see a continuation higher. The only thing is that according to my plan, I don't yet see what I want to see. We don't yet have a reaction on euro dollar or pound dollar neither. So it's literally just gold showing us some potential for an upside move here. So you see how price action is kind of slowing down every time it pushes to the downside? You can clearly see that, right? So if we get another one of those, and we get this type of pattern here, or basically we just want to see the market slowing down, so doing something like this, I can then start looking for buying opportunities, because we do get this type of pattern, even right now, but at the same time we're still moving down, so there's no point to enter a buy trade now because we can easily see a big drop to the downside. But let's see, we are trading around the previous low here on the 1 hour time frame, so yeah, you can clearly see that on the 1 hour time frame as well. So we've got this much of an impulse, the second one is smaller, and the third one is even smaller. So this is a good signal. You have to recognize those stuff when you look at the chart, and but you have to think about it. Okay, so what does the market tells me? Is it pushing as strong as it was pushing earlier or yesterday? And then you try and observe price action, the way it's moving, because this is what price tells us, that it's getting weaker as it pushes further down, and that potentially means we may be looking at a reversal. So if you look at the 4 hour time frame, we obviously have a major low down here, slightly lower than current price levels. So we could potentially get that reversal down here, but obviously this is not going to happen now, and price will need some time to do that. And like I said, that really leaves us with just euro dollar and gold. Now, if during the news for the pound later today we see a sharp reversal, this is going to be a good signal. So we've got the 61.8 fib level on GU down here at 1.2365, and we also have the 38.2 at 1.2435. So both levels make sense because obviously 38.2 and then the 61.8 lies beneath this previous structure. So on the 4 hour time frame, if we take out this structure, we tap into that 61.8 and then we get a reversal. This is also going to be looking like a decent trading opportunity. But let's see. Yeah, the New York session may be more exciting later today. So don't know if any of you guys have looked at the other yen cross pairs. There isn't that much bearish pressure with the other yen cross pairs. It's mainly euro yen and pound yen because of the majors, but look at the 1 hour time frame here on, let's say, Canadian dollar yen or Aussie yen. We haven't even tested those previous lows. And then you look at euro yen and pound yen, and this is what you see. So if you get those reversals here, then we're gonna have a pretty strong bullish price action on the other yen cross pairs. Just something to keep in mind, okay? Yeah, the good thing about euro dollar is that we managed to pull back all the way down here. The not so good thing is that we don't yet have a reversal pattern. So that means we've got to wait and we've got to be patient and not rush with the entries. Well, I did share my plan for those instruments for euro dollar, for pound dollar, gold, euro yen, and pound yen, which are currently on hold together with pound dollar. So that means I'm only going to be looking for potential entries on euro dollar and gold. And I'm only going to be looking for buy entries. If I don't get enough of confirmation, I'm not going to be entering it. Even if price continues pushing down, I'm not going to switch my buyers because this is only going to lead to mistakes, right? So it looks like we do have some rejection on the 1 hour time frame. So far, perfectly reacting to that area. So I'm going to keep watching, and I could potentially enter a trade. I think I'm going to be ending the stream here just because nothing else is moving the way I want it to. Definitely euro yen and pound yen. I am not going to be looking for entries right now. Same thing on pound dollar, but I'm definitely going to be looking at price action during the news later today and see how the 1 hour candle is going to close after the news has come out. But something makes me think that with the help of the news, we're going to push down within this area. All right. So we do have some bearish momentum in the first 1 hour of the session. Then we've got news later on today. So we're probably going to push within this area. Now, if we manage to push and reject the area and then close above it, I'm potentially going to be looking for long entries. Okay. However, if we push right inside of this area, but we form this type of candle, a strong bearish candle, then that means I'm gonna wait for more confirmation. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the comments. Again, if this is your first time on this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There are going to be more live sessions next week because it's Friday tomorrow. We also have NFP the end of the week, so I'm not going to be trading. I'm not going to be looking for entries tomorrow. But next week we're going to do more of those live sessions. Join the free Telegram channel. You can find the link in the description below this video. And of course, if you are interested in learning how to trade and finding really valuable, helpful information, something that you can actually apply in live market, then check out the rest of the videos on this channel. Thank you very much too. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for your comments, for your conversation. That's great. Good luck with that trade on gold. I also feel like we're going to see that reversal. I just need to see a bit more confirmation. Or maybe if we look at the 5-minute time frame, I want to see something like this. But I want to see a breakout of previous highs before I enter a trade. But even if that happens, you're going to have a better entry than me. So yeah, good luck with that trade on gold. We'll see how it goes. 1 hour is looking kind of okay. As long as we break above this previous 1 hour candle and we stay above it, then we're most likely going to see that continuation higher. So I'll see you guys in the next video or the next live session. If you're just starting out with trading, by the way, head over to trendlineforex.com. Okay, so there is a link below the video. There's a link below the stream. Head over to our website, trendlineforex.com, and go over to courses, beginners, and you can find a free beginners course. Right, it's going to teach you all the steps that you need to take, everything that you need to know before you actually start trading, before you actually open your first demo account. So very important information. I haven't seen such a detailed course made for beginners that is free, but we have it on our website. We put in the work. There's many people who went through that course, and those people are quite happy with the information included in that course. Completely risk-free. All you have to do is to register on our website. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to enter your credit card account details and stuff like that. Don't have to do that. You just have to register, give us your email, and then you can watch the course completely for free. Plenty of videos. And so, like I said, it's probably the best start that you can give yourself, in that Forex journey. All right. So I'll see you guys next time.